What's going on, everybody? My name is Stephen Qualls II, and I'm with QUALLified Media, and I'm here for the press release interview of the Language of Love short film. And I'm here with the stars of the short film, Sean and DeAnthony, and they also happen to be two very close brothers of mine.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
What's good, man?
How y'all doing, man? What's up, my boy? What's up, my boy? What's up, my boy? Yeah, but definitely want to get into a couple questions just to talk about the film for a little bit. So, obviously the film is about love, but that's such a wide array of things and how it can be described. But I think another aspect of it that's in the film is friendship. And so why is friendship important for men specifically? And you both can feel free to answer that.
Sure. You want to go first?
I can start, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. I'm not gonna lie. It's like with the relationship that you have with your homie, or just that person who you can call just your boy or just your male friend in general.
Mm-hmm.
They go through a bunch of different things that you go through at the same time. And since he's going through the same stuff that I'm going through, it's easy to relate. So I'm able to ask him questions and know that he'll have an answer for me that maybe he went through it, or he'll approach the situation different than what I would have done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
For sure. And kind of carrying off of that is friendship being so important is great to just have those conversations.
Absolutely.
And in life, between us and all three of us, we've had conversations at times where you just got to sit back and talk some things out and just sometimes got to ask your homie, am I tripping? Or, how can I look at this situation differently? Or what can I do better to be a better man? And, those friendships is super important. And we wanted to catch that on film and catch it on camera. I think we did. I think we did pretty well with it.
For sure. I would agree. I had the pleasure of seeing it, so I would agree. But with this filmmaking process, obviously I've known that you all have been involved in this or interested in this for a while. So what was just your favorite part of the process of actually making this short film? Now, people may see the time and may have a belief about how much goes into it, but kind of give some insight into what was your favorite process, and not too in depth, but just everything that you all kind of enjoyed, from it.
For sure. Yeah, go ahead. So my favorite part personally was before we even shot, me and Congo, who's director of photography, we had to go scout the city of Dallas to find murals, and you'll see in one of our scenes we have a mural behind me and DeAnthony when we're in the film. And we were just seeing the city of Dallas was very beautiful, and I think that's like really big to just see the city of Dallas within the film, but also being able to scout and look at the different murals, the different restaurants, talking to people in the city, getting understanding. And even one of the clothing shops that we hit in the film, we talked to them beforehand and we went in there and talked to them too. So it was like getting to know the city of Dallas was super dope.
That's cool. Yeah.
Kind of just going off of a little bit of that. It's a little different, but still within the same realm. Mine's a little corny, but it was for me being able to do this with my homies. Like being able to do this with Sean, being able to do it with Congo. We also had. It was just the process of us coming together, and then Sean hit us up months in advance, like, "Hey man, I want to do something. Like I feel like we can go ahead and make it great. And I had this idea. I just need y'all to help me bring it to life." So I think him hitting us up and then us actually coming together and completing the full process out, like editing, breaking stuff down, going through the script, just doing it all together with two of your closest homies. That was my favorite part of it. So.
For sure. Absolutely. I mean, that's a great segue into the next question. So I think like the love, the care, and the camaraderie between the two characters are very clear on screen. And so like as a director, Sean, for you, what was the intention, or how did you go about intentionally showing that on screen? Like how did you want that to come about? Because I feel like it was very intentional, and I feel like it's very clear. So how did you draw from it? And then also from a shooting standpoint, how did you want those scenes to look? How did you want that, love and that care and that camaraderie to come off to the viewers?
So for me, I really wanted to show love between two black men. I feel like growing up for us, we didn't get to see black men just say I love you between each other on TV, on camera a lot. And I really wanted to bring that to the screen. Like that was my intention behind it. So in doing so, I wanted to catch not only the relationship between the two people, but also get in depth to the conversation that they're having as well and what it means. So in the film, you'll be able to see that they are talking about a relationship, like a serious relationship between a man and his girlfriend, but the relationship that you're seeing is friendship. And that's why we kind of have like, the language of love. So it kind of shows the different type of love you can have between people in multiple different ways.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that just speaks to what we said in the beginning in regards to how different love can look and how it looks in different relationships.
Absolutely.
D, one of my favorite parts of the film is when, sorry, I call him D because I've known him for a long time. But one of my favorite parts of the film is you explaining how it's important in a relationship to see all sides of your partner.
Right.
And I think that that applies to romantic relationships as well as platonic relationships. And so how did that aspect, or how does that aspect play a role in like the overall purpose and theme of the film, like for you, especially as a writer as well? How did that, or was there intention behind wanting that to come through as well?
Yeah, I feel like it's important because it's a fact, or it's something that's often overlooked, especially in mostly romantic relationships, but also platonic. Because I feel like we don't pay attention to it as much within those platonic relationships. A lot of the time, whenever we get into it with somebody, or you having some kind of issues or problems, you only see your point of view. Mm-hmm. So you go into it with not really just aggression, but you're stuck in your own ways. I'm always right. Me. There's nothing else, right? Mm-hmm. So my character kind of breaks it down and says, "Hey, man, I need you to go ahead and look from there from her point of view. Like, how do you think she's feeling? Like, what is she going through, right? Take a second, take it back, get some time for yourself, and then look at her point of view and say, all right, maybe I wasn't wrong." So I think it's important that you look at that in romantic relationships as well as platonic, because you can get to it with your homie too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it kind of goes hand in hand, but at the same time, it helps to look at both sides. So that's the message I think my character is trying to convey or get across.
Very good.
Sean's character.
For sure. And I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed that as well as other aspects that spoke to the brotherhood between the characters as well. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like we all, in knowing each other, have our own, of course, like feelings and definition of brotherhood or how we define it with each other. But with it being clear within the characters, how much did, in writing the script, how much did you all draw from real life experiences in creating the relationship between these characters?
Yeah, so with us, I think when it came to writing it, we weren't trying to write it as if me and D were like friends and conversations that we've had. I think it was just more so when we began acting it kind of just came out. Like, it just naturally came out. Me and D have been cool for years now, like really cool. So it kind of just came out. It was one of those things that kind of happened, and we played off of each other. Some scenes we were like, that didn't feel natural. We wanted it to feel natural and genuine, like, because that's what a friendship should feel like. Like, you don't think about being a friend. You just kind of are sometimes. You have those conversations. Yeah. And I think with us, would you agree?
No, for real, because like a lot of the time, even throughout the film, you can see it. The way that we interact or kind of play off each other, maybe just how we speak or bounce off. Even like in some of the scenes, you can see we doing just like random little stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, that's actually stuff we actually do
in real
life. So it's like we're just playing off of each other. So I think it was very easy for us to take on each character because we're just not really just being us, but we're being a different version of us.
And we hope that shows in the film. Like, we want it to show. We want people to feel the genuineness of the love. For sure. So we hope that comes across.
I think it does. As somebody who saw it, outside of knowing you, I think it will come across to viewers as well. And knowing both of you all for some time, I also know that you both have been interested in acting for some time. It's been you all have had different, forays, into it, if you will. So what does it mean to complete this film? Not only as it being, if I'm not mistaken, you all's like first like film that will actually be pushed out, but then also who the film is in memory to, and like everything else that went into making it. How does it feel to finish this project and really push it out and just see what the people have to say about it?
So, of course, it's super important for us. This film was in memory of Joel Cousin and Mom Poitras. Those two were deep friends for us, and they passed away a little bit close to a year before we even started making this film, but they were the huge inspiration between us showing love between friends and brothers, because there are so many conversations that we had with them that really, really showed us how to be a friend, how to be a good friend, how to love. And, sometimes it doesn't always just come off as somebody saying, this is how you love, or, this is the right thing to do. Sometimes you just see it by them showing it. So that was huge. In regards to our acting careers and where we've been, this is my debut directorial film. So a lot of it's new. Even for Congo, this was his debut as well as a director of photography. A lot of the stuff we're doing, this was our firsts. And I think we did pretty damn good, if I'm going to say. I think we put in the work, and everybody who was helping us, we had some pretty skilled people behind the cameras that helped us out as well to make sure we're doing everything, correctly. But at the same time, us bouncing off of each other, being fresh into the game and being new at it gave us all a learning curve, but also a way to push harder and work harder to get what we need to get done. Because we're all we're all pretty new to this.
Yeah.
So let's all do our own research and work really hard to make sure we're putting out the best product possible. We want to put quality out, and not just rush out and put a bunch of things out. No, let's make sure this is good. And it didn't even start big at first. Like at first it was just like we could do like clips or we could do skits, and then it turned into like, no, let's go serious. Let's go all the way in it. And from there, it was just really big. And for me, I love the fact that this is my first film I've ever made, and I got to make it with the people I love the most around me. Like the people who are around me, like every single person who has worked on this film, who has helped, like it makes me so happy. I'll get emotional talking about it. Like it's beautiful, bro, for real.
Yeah,
I feel it. Yeah.
Just kind of going off of that too. It's for me, like just completing it. One, it was an amazing process. Like I said, when Shine hit us up, I was already excited to be able to do it, but at the same time, I hadn't been able to act in anything or do anything for a while. So for some people that know me, of course, you already know that's why you hit me up to do it. But I haven't done like theater or acting anything pretty much since like high school. Like I did theater in high school. Like I was a thespian. It's like theatrics on stage specifically, musical and stuff. But when I got to college, it was kind of like I just focused on other things, so it kind of just fell off. So when he hit me to actually do this, I was like, this could be something great, honestly. So I'm like, if there's someone who wants to do it just as much as I want to do it and put in as much work as he put in, then I know that we can make it great at the end of the day. So with him even thinking of me to do this and we completing it, the process was amazing. So it's also giving me some kind of a second coming. So I want us to continue to do more now based off of this, and hopefully more with Sean and Congo.
Absolutely, man. Well, before we wrap up this press release interview, where can people find more information about the film and stay updated on when they'll be able to view it, what festivals you all may have submitted it to, and things of that nature?
Yeah, so we are on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter. We also have a website, thelanguageoflovesfilm.com.
X.
Oh, Twitter. Man, I call it Twitter. But, so we're on social medias. You can get more information there, and there's plenty of information. Go check us out on those social medias, and hopefully we can get the film to everybody soon. Y'all will be happy to see it.
Excited.
Absolutely. I'm excited for everybody to see it as well, and I'm excited for everybody to see all the work that you all have put in, being behind the scenes and getting calls from Sean and talking to D and seeing y'all be in the process. It's been amazing, so I can't wait for everybody to see it as well. That is the end of the press release interview. If you all want to learn a little bit more about the process of making this film or the inspiration behind it, also be sure to check out the Qualified TV interview with these two that will be coming out soon as well. So until next time. Peace.